Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Famous ACME Comedy Hollywood and the Hollywood Stands Up Open Mic Live. Please welcome to the stage the host of the Open Mic Live, Tindell.
Yeah. You guys, keep it going. Keep it. How long? All right, no, we're irritating people now. We're irritating the entire web. Everyone that tuned in. This show is broadcast live if you haven't been here before, just to let you know. And it is also archived later if you just want to check it out on HollywoodStandsUp.com. Welcome to Open Mic Live. I'm your host, Ian Tindell. Yeah, woo! How you guys doing? All right. If you haven't been here before, let me give you a quick rundown. You guys will be getting 4 minutes tonight. I'll be lighting you at 3 with that lamp right there. And, I forgot what else I'd do. I gotta read. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, it's broadcast live, blah, 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 live on in infamy, blah, blah, blah. If you're on the sheet, if you signed up, we've got 2 shows going on tonight that you can get in for free. The very first one is an evening with Michelle Balloon, she's doing a 30-minute set featuring Jim Hamilton. You can do a Hulu search for him. He did a premium blend special in April Richardson, who's a writer for Chelsea Lately. And then later is the Comedy Nightcap featuring myself, as well as, that's right. One guy applauded. The rest of you don't care. That's all right. Jeremiah and I, we got it. Rebecca Corey is also doing it. Tom Clark, who have both done half-hour Comedy Central Presents specials. Lisa Alvarado, Mike Muldoon, Chris Gorbos, and Mike Caraba. I probably said that wrong. We also cast the Comedy Nightcap show from this show on occasion. So if you're very impressive, our scouts might see you and get you on that Comedy Nightcap show. And tomorrow night, St. Patty's Day, we have a sketch show, an improv show at 8 and 10. Next door at Amalfi's all night. They're going to be having half off of Guinness and Jameson. And they have green pasta as well. So beer and pasta if you want to check that out. All right, so let me put this away. If anyone wants to do an awesome stand-up set, get this sheet of paper, read off of it. It's full of awesome stuff. You guys ready to actually do some open mic comedy tonight? Yeah. You know what's really exciting? Jeremiah promised to do some poop-related humor tonight. So we have that. He's not up right away, but we have that later on in the show. So we can look forward to that. All right, guys. First up is going to be Kat, followed by Lewis, and then Pete. So give it up for Kat. Give it up for Kat.
Oh, snap. Okay, hey, guys, what's up? I haven't done stand-up in a while, actually. I'm Korean-American, but I get annoyed because nobody thinks you could be born in the United States. You know, like, you'll be at a party and someone's like, "Where are you from?" I'm from Philadelphia. No, where are you from? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm from Philadelphia. Ding, 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 ding. That follows me, like, wherever I go. No, but, like, also, when you're Korean American, you're actually raised to be an overachiever, you know, like a Harvard scholar or a concert pianist. This is my lucky mom at church, which is where all the Korean moms go to brag about their kids. You know, like, one of the moms is like, "My daughter Susie, she go to Harvard, and now she's brain surgeon. Very, very smart, also very rich." Right? And then my mom is like, "Kid, she do the comedy at the bar for the drunk people. So much shame." It's like, yeah, I make them so proud. Oh my God, Jeremy Lin. Really exciting for Asian people, right? We're like, oh, snap, we got some Asian people in the fucking NBA, right? No, but seriously, like, the only people that hate on Jeremy Lin, he's like the first, like, Asian American dude in the NBA, like, who, like, has, like, some real, like, skills, you know? And so, like, but, like, the only people that hate on him, I think, are, like, crazy Asian parents. Because, like, they'll be like, "Oh, no, Jeremy Lin." They're like, now hated, no, he's not want to study math and science. Now he want to go to NBA. We must kill Jeremy Lin. Also, Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if you guys know. He's like a former heavyweight champion. He like tweeted like, he's only getting all this attention because he's Asian. Really? You think? You think if like some black dude like rolled up to like the World Kung Fu Championships, you think no one would be like, oh, that's interesting. I've never really expected that. It's like, come on, dude. Anyways, got that off my chest. Okay. So dating. Let's talk about dating. So really confusing for us Asian American girls, because Korean American girls, because you don't know how to act, right? Because in Korea, sexy to be submissive. You guys know that from porn. In America, sexy to be assertive, right? But like when you date Korean guys, you want them to like you, so you try it out. You know, like you'll be on a date. So what do you want to eat? I don't know, food. I don't know. Actually, do you want like pizza or burgers? I don't know, burger. I don't know. Actually, is it okay if we have pizza then? I don't know. I said burger, bitch. Sorry. Hungry. I don't know. I did see my cousin recently, so the guy was like, "Oh, you're the same. You haven't changed at all." So actually, I started a new job. I do customer service. Don't ask me why. So it's like people are like, "Oh, how'd you get into that?" I'm like, lots of questionable life decisions. I just listen to people complain all day, which is, I feel at home. I do comedy, so it's good. So I just kind of want to end by, so I think Korean names sound really weird in English. Like my grandma's name is Boo, my aunt's name is Okay, and my little cousin's name is Yusuk Kim. And it only took him a week for him to not. I just fucked up that joke. Anyway, I will end on that note. Thanks, guys.
It is okay to fuck up jokes here. It's an open mic. It's all right. We're all going to fuck up jokes. I fucked up the opening. I had it written down. Don't worry about it. It's okay. All right. Next up is Lewis, followed by Pete, and then Chase. So give it up for Lewis.
Oh, simmer down, people. You don't know me. Okay, my first time on this particular stage, I feel I should share a few things. Thank you. First thing I want to share is I am not gay. Yeah, I know. Sorry, ladies. And the difficult thing about being not gay is you want to have sex with women, and the difficult thing about wanting to have sex with women is that women have these things, standards, right, yeah. And it's just not easy. And the thing that freaks me out is I'm not a quick starter, and I've read this enough, I believe it's true. Women say that in the first 30 seconds of your interaction, a woman will know if she's going to have sex with you. She makes that determination the first 30 seconds. So, Kat, how am I doing? So, are we good? Are we good? So, yeah, no, thumbs up, okay. See, I'm going to blow it anyway. I got no game. I have no, don't worry, you're off the hook, because I blow it. I've got zero game, because right now, she says we're good, and I get this little, Kat will see my O face tonight. She will see the O face. Now, the problem with that, though, is in my case, what it means is, Kat, let's take this back to my place. Kat says something terribly and mean to me, and I go, oh. Man, I just don't, like I said, I don't have game. I once thought I was so brilliant. I had this woman, I went out for this on a date with this woman. It was the first date. And I'd had this conversation with her on the phone before about that 30-second rule, and so I thought I was so brilliant. I gave her about 5 minutes, crossing the streets, waiting at a stoplight, look at her and say, so what? Well, you said it takes 30 seconds. I'll give you like 5 minutes. Have you made the decision? She looks at me and she says, yeah, I've decided. I was brilliant. I said something along the lines of, and she said, I've decided, but nothing in the rule book says I have to tell you. That note cost me $85 later. I just don't have game. I don't pick up the signs. I really don't. Another first date. I have a lot of first dates. My next round first dates. Santa Monica Pier, walking down the pier, there's this little kiosk and they're selling roses, right? So I walk over there. I'm just having the conversation, walk over, pull the rose, don't say anything, pull out a 5, give it to the girl at this kiosk, and we're walking down the pier, and I'm talking. Now she's looking at me. She's looking at me, looking at the rose, looking at me, looking at the rose, looking at me, looking at the rose. Finally, I get it. I stop, God, I'm sorry. Did you want one too? Oh, man, this isn't going well. I'm very tense. I think I'm tense because I spent the last 3.5 days in traffic. The thing about traffic is that, the stupid count in LA, as we all know, is very, very high. And the other day, I'm on Wilshire Boulevard between Santa Monica and the 405, and it's about 4:20 in the afternoon. Now, this is my fault, stupid to even be there. But there's like 8 million cars on Wilshire between the 405 and Santa Monica. And, of course, there's always this one guy who pulls out, disappears into the side streets, and I'm thinking to myself, really, Magellan, you're going to find a new route to Hollywood that no one has discovered before? You're not Gandalf. You're not going to get to the wall. You're not going to solve the riddle, open it up. You are not Buckaroo Banzai. You will not transit via the 8th dimension. But the thing about Hollywood traffic is that it kills your sense of decency. I have no decency left as a human being. You see an Amber Alert, your first response is going to be, oh my God, that poor child, I hope she's okay. I see an Amber Alert when I'm on the freeway, my first response is, fuck. Everyone's going to slow down to read that damn sign. And everyone has a fantasy they're going to be the one. They see the sign, they're going to call it in to 911, and they're going to rescue the kid. Well, guess what? You're not. The kid's already dead by the time the sign gets up. Get over it. You don't have the you're not going to be the hero. You're not going to ram the guy in the guardrail and rescue the kid. You're not. I have a fantasy to Los Angeles. It's a very simple fantasy. Not as grandiose, but it's simple. My fantasy is simply I get to work on time. That's it for me. Speaking of time, thanks very much. My name's Luis.
The hell's with the wolf calls? Really? Wolf comedy tonight at the Acme Theater. All right, whatever floats your guys' boat. Real quick, I forgot to make this announcement. We're going to be starting getting some outside sketch and improv groups up on our stage. So we're recruiting. If you guys have a sketch or improv group you'd like to be on here, let me know. I'll give you info on that. All right, next up is going to be Pete, followed by Chase, and then Jeff. Let's give a wolf comedy welcome to Pete. Yeah, all right.
That is a first. Stand-up is great, guys. This is something that's awesome because as comedians we learn by bombing. If you want to get better at this, try failing miserably. And I'm fine with that part of it. I'm just tired of people coming up to me after my shows being like, Pete, it looks like you really learned a lot tonight, man. Really, I didn't actually think it went that bad. Like, no, trust me, man, you learned hard. I had a great show a couple weeks ago. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not going to say I killed, but like, I raped and pillaged. I like to get an early rape joke in there. That makes me more popular later. I'll close by telling the audience to go fuck themselves later. That'll real nice note to end on. Every comic in the world has had a joke stolen, right? Like, we've all been through that. We just sit there helpless to watch it. So I'm going to segue into someone else's bit now. Nothing they're going to do. It's not about the money, right? Like, my first year in stand-up, I made $60 the entire year collectively. I was one of the 10 wealthiest comics in America that year. It's just ridiculous. And I first moved to L.A. thinking I could be a bartender, so I'm like applying to bars, getting shot down. They're like, Pete, this is Hollywood. You're not good-looking enough to be a bartender here. Wow. So I became a comic. Then people were like, Pete, you're kind of too good-looking to be a comic. I shouldn't use that joke in a room full of comics. I realize that. Just bear with me. It's practice. I hear a lot of other comedians talking about the fact that they're on Twitter because they're going to be writers. And I think that's kind of amazing because there's a lot of other work in there. Like, you're skipping a lot of the middle steps, guys. That's like me masturbating because I want to put a kid through college. Well, the first ingredient you need for a kid is sperm. You have to have that. Well, there's a lot of other work that's a lot less fun in between. I'm kind of amazed by the fact I lost like 40 pounds. It was about 6 years ago. And you don't have to clap or anything. It was just life-changing. Yeah, all right, thanks. The wolves come back. That's good. But yeah, I lost like 40 pounds. Unfortunately, all my early material is written around that 40 pounds. So it's like being a Mexican comic and one day you wake up white. That's actually how George Lopez got canceled. I don't know if that was what the story really was. Not a lot of people know that. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. I wrote a book about losing weight because I wanted to help other people. I wanted to put other people through that experience. I didn't write it to become rich and famous. So that worked out. And then I love hearing other people's stories they share with me, because they talk about, oh, I've been really good all week at my diet, and I'm gonna go eat some ice cream this weekend. Well, like, you're not rewarding yourself, you're punishing yourself. You're undoing all that hard work. That's terrible. I've been with my wife for 5 years, and that whole time I've been perfectly faithful. So this weekend, to reward myself for that selfless act of fidelity, I'm going to go have a foursome with identical triplets. Not right. No one's going to buy that. Well, isn't that a little excessive? Yes, but I've been really good. That was good. Good. I wanted to lull down the audience. That's what I was trying to get, just at the right moment. I have to get out of here, but I will say my last thought is that I love the fact that I can stand up here and tell jokes, and I can say something that guy might get offended and this guy might laugh. And I think that's kind of cool. I can say one joke and have two opposite reactions to it. I think it's really cool. It just shows the power to be offended is not up here with a microphone. You don't give that away. It's in us. It's how we choose to internalize what's said. So before I go, let me just say, fuck some of you. Thank you, guys. I've really learned a lot up here tonight. Thank you. Still don't know what that means, but thanks.
All right. The Wolf comedy continues. That's awesome, guys. Give it up for Pete. He makes $60 a year on stand-up comedy. That's rare. That's very rare, guys. Next to the stage is Chase, followed by Jeff, and then Jeremiah. Give it up for Chase. Chase.
Okay, guys. Oh, man. Birth control, right? Yeah. Guys especially. Birth control kind of sucks because there's still, like, no guarantee that you're not going to get pregnant. So what I've been doing to, like, decrease my odds even more is I've been taking my pills and crushing them up and snorting them like cocaine. And I've also been doing like a shitload of cocaine. So hopefully that'll do it. Joseph and Steve, are you texting each other? I really am convinced that you are. Just say it out loud at this point. It'll make it more fun. Guys, I don't know where you keep your wine. But I keep my Cabernet in the cabinet. This guy that I was dating, he bought me, for Valentine's Day, he got me this perfume, and the scent was vanilla pineapple. That was the flavor. I was like, okay, that's sweet. But if you could have saved some money, like if I wanted to smell like pineapple, I would just have you come all over my wrists. This set is dedicated to Jeff Ambrose. Okay, you guys are gonna love this next one. It is hot. I was pulled over today by a cop on a horse. He trotted up to my window. He was like, "Excuse me, miss, do you know how fast you were going?" And I was like, "Nay." I can't do it anymore. Oh my god. Okay. This is just sort of a thought. I like seeing fire trucks that aren't on duty, their siren isn't on. It kind of reminds me of celebrities trying to stay undercover. They're like, "Guys, I'm just like you, just waiting at a red light, Let me know if that's a joke or not, and we'll go from there. I hate this weather. I hate when it's about to rain, because I carry around an umbrella and I feel like an idiot. I hate carrying around something that I don't need. And I think that's how guys feel when they carry around a condom in their pocket. They're like, I thought you said thought I saw on the Weather Channel we were gonna have sex tonight. Thought I saw that. Pretty good weather bit. Spring break, guys. Spring break 2012. When I was in college, I was actually, you guys might recognize me, I was in a Girls Gone Wild video. Yeah, it was like a wet t-shirt contest, hot girls, the whole bit. I wasn't actually in that video. I was like in the background eating chips and guac. And I was like, this is so good. What's in this? Can I? Okay. Good night. Bye, thank you.
All right, next to the stage is Jeff, followed by Jeremiah, and then Joseph. Give it up for Jeff.
Yeah! Where my wolves at? All right, one wolf. So, guys, I used to be depressed. I was depressed growing up. I was a little depressed little kid. And I noticed that the adults in my life, like, couldn't process that. Like, there's no room in the adult world for depressed kids. They just don't want to think about that. Like, kids aren't supposed to be depressed. Kids are supposed to be skipping around wearing one of those sailor uniforms. You know, those sailor uniforms with, like, the short shorts and the knee-high socks and the ridiculously oversized lolly. Like, that's what kids are supposed to be doing. You know, skipping around. Aha! What a joyous thing it is to be alive! And 7. Aha! How the sunbeams do tickle my dimples! Aha! What is this? A ladybug has landed on my button nose. I will name him Georgie and fashion him a little house out of penny candies. Like, that's what kids are supposed to be like. And some kids are like that, but some of us were like little Nietzschean Charlie Brown motherfuckers. Just like sat around being weird and dark. Like, it's a good thing school shootings weren't going on when I was a kid, because if ever one of my notebooks would have been discovered, it would have been bad. Little boy, what are you drawing? It's just a guy yanking out his own spine. What's he doing with it? He's beating a puppy to death with it. Okay. Yeah. What else now? Oh. Yeah, I guess we need kids to be happy to alleviate the potential guilt that we might feel about, you know, bringing them into the world without their consent. Like, kids are born, and if you know, if they're happy, it's great. But if they're not happy, you know, kid just looks around and is just like, fuck this. Then what are you supposed to say to that? Like, sorry, you can't go back. You're here now. This is your ride. You don't need a license to have a kid. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? You can just have one. No, like, it's harder to get licensed to drive than it is to have a kid. Well, like, there's no application process. If there was, it would be the most loose application process ever. Like, if having a kid was as easy as I don't know. This is too long a thought. And that lamp is glaring at me. I'm just gonna be done. All right, thank you.
All right.
right, guys, we've been waiting for it all night, but our very own Wolfman Jeremiah is up next, followed by Joseph and Steve. So give it up for some maybe poop jokes from Jeremiah.
Don't you guys hate, like, how you have to take poops? You know, like, it's, like, frustrating. You know, like, sometimes you're just like, get out of there. What are you doing, man? Come on, like, I totally get why dogs are just like, you know, He is so dumb. Pete was talking about people who steal material. Nobody ever tries to steal my material. They're like, you know what, you're good. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. St. Patty's Day is tomorrow, guys. Looks like there's some girls in Ireland from here because my penis be erect. It was Dublin. Never mind. Dublin. So dumb. Okay. Guys, I recently found out that guys don't wear condoms in porn. Right? I was very surprised by this because I'm like, well, that's not safe at all. It's like unsanitary. They probably don't know each other. They just met. What's going on? Then I was thinking about it. I was like, I guess condoms are not that sexy when you think about it. It's like, oh, just give me 1 second. I think it's inside out. Real quick. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Like they wouldn't want that. No porno. I was talking to a friend. They were telling me like how some people really just like just dirty talk whenever they're doing it. You know, just like talking like, I'm gonna do this to your downstairs, and like just it makes me uncomfortable talking about it. But yeah, well, like whenever I like have sexual experiences, you know, I like to compliment the lady, make her feel good. I like to have like clean talk with sex, you know, just make her feel good. Like I try to make my sexual experiences as much like a 90s R&B music video as possible. It's like, flame, candles, wind, hair. Robe dismounted. Girl. 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 Right after we get done, I'm gonna propose to you so hard. Sorry, it's a little awkward. I'm gonna buy you an engagement ring. I set aside 3 months of my salary. Don't worry. Shh, shh, shh. Oh, sorry. No, okay. Let's. Oh, girl. When I look into your eyes, I see a future. If you want a baby, I will give you one. We will raise that child with love, care, and understanding. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing back there? Okay, this is getting a little weird. I don't have time to finish this bit. Thank you, guys. I'm Jeremiah Watkins. Spent too much time on the poop joke, right, guys? Thank you.
That is always the problem. Too much time. You spent about a minute on that opening poop joke. That was impressive. And now I'm going to have to burn my stool. Thanks. All right. If anyone wants to follow that, next up is Joseph, followed by Steve, and then David. Give it up for Joseph. Joseph.
Couple observations. Number one, Jeremiah, you started your set off with a joke about stool, and then you ended your set by helping a stool. I want to point out this picture on this TV over here, because you see the Bob's Big Boy there? There's nothing that says Hollywood like a fast food chain that is not located in Hollywood. Or the gigantic donut that's in like Inglewood or something like that. Up to no good. Anyway, as long as Jeremiah left, I will continue to make fun of him. The only person here who makes a living consistently off of stand-up comedy just humped a stool on the floor. He's made more money doing comedy than all of you put together. Think about that and rethink your acts. Mine filled with clever wordplay and introspection. Not getting me anywhere, really, at all. When that guy said $60, I was like, holy shit, that's like twice what I made doing comedy for 3 years. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Larkin from Salida, Louisiana. Ooh, pop. I could never run for office. I have a lot of skeletons in my closet, and as I get older, I put more skeletons in there. The last 6 months alone have been very bad. I've been very bad, guys, and I'm getting worse. I don't see any reason to go back to being a normal citizen who is respectful and loving of women and doesn't take drugs every day. Some that you've stolen from your sister. Your sister, let's say, Mr. President. Mr. President, your sister was suffering from migraine headaches. You didn't steal her prescription codeine from her, did you? No, I wouldn't do that. Well, there's this Twitter feed in which you talk about it constantly, every day. At least 905 people whatever. I'm listening to, I can hear Jeremiah talking to his manager or something on the phone out there as I eat a big dick. Well, maybe I'll just do some jokes instead of just talking. So I like to pee in the shower, much to the chagrin of my roommate, because that means I'm taking 10 showers a day. To that joke or a tweet, guys. Be careful how you answer that, because there's 905 people waiting with bated breath to favorite that. So I'll tell you something else, I guess. So I'm fucking this chick, dog style, and while I am aggressively attacking the perimeter of her vagina, I smell a pungent odor. And I'm like, oh my God, did I not properly wipe earlier? Can she smell this? And I immediately go soft inside her vagina. And I pull out and I say, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I'm so intimidated. I can't finish. That's the funniest part of the story, except it's very true. I did say that. And she bought it, stupid bitch. But anyway, I pull out and I'm like, I'm horrified, right? And then I look down and I see that my partner had removed her sneakers. That was because of the fetid stench in the room. Talk about the agony of defeat, huh? 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 Eh. Goodbye. Where are you going? Wait a second, you're not going to let these fuckers leave, are you? Come on. Regulate.
I don't know. I have have no control over it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all right, guys. That's all right. You never know what you're going to get when Joseph comes up here, but you're guaranteed to look at the world a little bit different, I think, every time. You guys, we have 3 comics left. I know you're whipped into a frenzy. Are you guys doing all right? Stick around for our 3 last comics. Joseph's ready. All right, next up is Steve, followed by David, and then Ryan. Give it up for Steve.
Hey guys. I guess act outs are one way to avoid writing jokes. Kind of seems like more work to me though. I don't know. I finally saw that movie Young Adult. It's on DVD now. Anyone seen this? Charlize Theron plays a superficially very attractive, emotionally twisted sociopath. She has all these problems. I think it could have ended so much better for if she just moved to Los Angeles and joined her tribe. Jeff Foxworthy has endorsed Mitt Romney for president, which should clinch Romney's vote among people who might or might not be rednecks. I was at In-N-Out Burger 2 days ago, and a table of young girls shouted at me, "You're hot." And I just want to talk to the lady in the crowd. I don't know what the fuck you guys have been complaining about the last 40 years. There is nothing more awesome than a cat call. That is the best thing that's happened to me in the 2000s. Because your loved ones, your friends, your family, they will tell you look great no matter what. But if you want honesty, it has to come from a cat call. What I liked best about it was these girls were like 19 years old. So not only could they have been my daughter, but they could be my younger daughter. Like they could have older brothers and sisters as well. I also got called scary today on Twitter. Hot and scary. Looks like my branding's working. So I'm going for it. Guys, I'm a problem solver. And I've just noticed it seems like Asian women and white men seem to be pretty happy together, and it works out. White women and black men seem to really be happy together as well. If we could just get Asian men to date black women, we would have a perfectly efficient sealed ecosystem. Let's get on that. Hey, I wonder if when dudes announce that they're getting a sex change operation, they may get real dramatic and make a big announcement. Hey, everybody, from now on around here, it's no more Mr. Anything guy. My girlfriend does not enjoy porn the way she used to. I think it's because we started filming with a different donkey. Green rocks from the exploded planet Krypton are my kryptonite. And freebase smokable cocaine made with baking powder and crushed into little rocks are like crack to me. I'm Steve Schneider. Thanks so much.
All right, next to the stage, David, followed by Ryan. Give it up for David, guys. Give it up. This is something. Yeah? All right.
When he says give it up, he means please leave the room. Hey, I'm Dave Niker. Thanks so much for sticking around. I want to talk a little bit about my dating situation at first. I'm fat, but I'm not looking for a pity fuck. I'm looking for a pity relationship. I wanted to make a new girlfriend, so I joined Facebook. Then I realized what Facebook's really good for. Masturbating to new pictures of my old girlfriend. I don't know, the internet's no good. I mean, I like to get to know a woman a little before I have sex with her. The trick is to get to know her enough to want to have sex with her before she gets to know me enough to not want to have sex with me. When it comes to women, though, I got the Midas touch. Every woman I touch puts on the brakes. Guaranteed. I don't know, these days I ask a woman out, she either mocks me or ignores me completely. I asked a girl out the other day, I was like, hey, we should spend some time together. She said, I know, right? I think that was both. I want to try some new material about dating. That stool fucker was talking before. But before I get into the dating material, I really like this new setup with the card tables. It really classes the place up. I haven't been here in a while. These are some classy card tables. That stool fucker was talking about, talking to women in the bedroom, not talking dirty to them. And I agree with that. And then here's the problem for me. All the kids today, I mean, I'm single, I'm a little older, but everybody today's looking for casual sex. Casual sex. Everybody wants casual sex. I don't want casual. I've had plenty of casual sex. I want some serious motherfucking sex. Some serious sex. I'm saying you should come into that room with an agenda. I mean, I don't mean herpes serious. I just mean, And also, let me look at my notes now. I mean, I'm perfectly okay with having sex with people I don't know very well. But can't we still give a shit? Come in there with an agenda. Show me you're prepared. I want us to be like a boardroom in there. Let's be thinking about how we can continue making this work throughout the fiscal year. None of this is funny, is it? All right, I'm Dave Necker. Thanks.
All right. One last comic for the night. Please give it up for Ryan. Yeah, the Wolf Call comedy night has come to a screeching halt, I think.
Thanks. Oh, thanks, guys. This is gonna be raucous. We're gonna tell this joke. I've been watching the occasional. I watched the occasional, UFC fight, the occasional UFC match, and my favorite part of a UFC fight is when the guys have just beating the shit out of each other so much, and they're just exhausted, and they can barely even stand, and then they're just in the center of the ring, and they're just hugging. They're just two men hugging, in the center of the ring. But they can't just accept the fact that it's a hug. They have to still try, just like that. Which is doesn't have any effect on anyone. But I feel like that's just their way of just being hey, no homo. No homo. I don't want to be hugging you right now. I'd rather be hitting you. I'm still mad at you. Still mad at you. They're just throwing these weak punches. What else? Where do I go from there? Oh, that's the part where that's the part where the crowd gets kind of bored, and just oh, this is boring. I want to see them beat each other up. But that's the part where the fight is won. I think that's where the mental part. That's where you can get into their head. You can. If that was me, I'd whisper things. That's your opportunity. Be in there. Hey, Bruce. I forgive you, man. I forgive you for all this. Bruce is what? I forgive you. I forgive you for this. Man, you don't know how bad I just want someone to say that's Bruce is gone. That'd be my strategy. But I'm not violent. I always have been. Not always by choice. I'm scared a lot. 2001, Daggett Hill, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. I was going sledding with my friend Nick. I just want to have a day of sledding. I was 12, and and we're at the top of the hill waiting to go down. And then these bullies from townies from Pawtucket started throwing snowballs at us. And I was like, oh shit, shit's about to go down. That's when you know shit's about to go down when you're 12. Oh, they're throwing snowballs. So this kid comes up to me, and he goes, "Hey man, you want to go for a ride?" I was like, "What? No, I don't know what that means." And he grabbed my jacket, and we hurled both of us off down the hill, and we rolled down the hill together. And I just happened out of nowhere. And we get to the bottom of the hill, I'm like, what's your problem? Who are you? And his friends at the top of the hill, they were sorry about him. Like, they're the normal ones. It's like, sorry, there's our friend. He wants to fight you. And I was like, can you do something about this kid? And then my friend comes down. My friend Nicky comes down. I'm like, hey, let's get out of here, Nick. And I was like scared. I'm like, yeah, let's get out of here. And we trudge through the snow, like, you know, it's like a big baseball field all the way to the other side. And turn around, and the crazy kid is running after us through the snow. He's like 50 yards away. He's coming towards us, like, oh, Jesus. And he's running through the snow. And he gets to us, and so instead of, sticking up for myself, I went, hey, man, are we cool? And I put my hand out like that. Like I was the one who messed up. I said, hey, are we all right? I was just so, and I didn't want to fight anybody. I said, hey, are we cool? And instead of shaking my hand, he punched me in the face, right in the mouth. And I had braces, so he split my lip open. And I was like, what the? And then he tackled Nick. And I went, dude, chill. Which is funny because it was like in the snow. I didn't think of that till later, though. Then he gets up, I don't know what else. Oh, he tried to tackle me, but he couldn't. My balance was too good. I balanced like a cat. And I don't know. Then we went home, and and my mom's like, what happened? I was like, kid punched me in the face. She was like, did you hit him back? And I was like, no, I didn't. She's like, oh, good for you, good. But that's how I was when I was 12. Like that wouldn't happen today. I'm proud to say I wouldn't get just beat up with my friend and not do anything about it, because today I don't have any friends, guys. Okay, that's all. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sticking around.
All right, guys, thanks a lot for sticking around, coming out tonight. My name's Ian Tindell. That's been the show. Our next open mic is next Wednesday. Same Hollywood stand-up time, same Hollywood stand-up channel. Have a good night, guys. Take care.